Hey folks, Nick Tuckert here with the Historical Fencing Guild. We've got a good bit to discuss today, and I'm really looking forward to getting into it. Before we get into it, we do have to pay our bills. The Historical Fencing Guild is brought to you with the love and support of our good friends over at the Independent Creator Directory. That's IndieCD.org, your one-stop shop for the best and the brightest authors, artists, and musicians. We're also made possible by sales of The Simple Sword, the Fighting Axe, and the Simple Spear, all part of our ongoing series of Western martial arts manuals designed to help you go from having never handled a sword to teaching the art to others. And my amazing Patreon patrons who are listed at the bottom of this screen, they're on scroll. I could not do what I do without you guys. Now, I have some updates to do. You'll just do this. We will go here and we'll get that set up. Sorry. Towards the facilities upgrades that we are planning to do. I'm very excited about that. The next door neighbor's house and property is being completely demolished and overhauled. So all the trees are coming down, all the buildings are coming down, all the garbage is being taken out. I'm honestly a little saddened by a lot of the loss, but once that is done and things are stable, I will be very happy to make some adjustments and go back to fighting. I'll be looking for some help with a couple projects, but I don't know. This one will have to go out to the guild type folks. See if they want, the local guild types want to have a build it day where we can set up the list field. We can make adjustments as needed. I'm still looking for what kind of footing you guys want, things like that. I've been working really hard to try to get the grass and the plants down so that we'll be able to ensure that that it's easy to maintain, that it's safe, that's a good footing, and it will be easier to do things like have external lighting. We finally should have a power cable that goes out to the outside, meaning it will be a lot easier if I can get the right structure built that I want built. It will suddenly be just a glorious place. And I want that for us. I think we need that for us as a guild and for what I'm planning to do. So we're going to just have to put that together to work. In other news, wow. I have some stuff that hit literally minutes before the stream, which is why I was running a little late. There is a new type of rapier out from Purple Heart, and honestly, I don't know. I don't think I'll be buying it. I hate to put it that way. I love Purple Heart, but I have some genuine concerns, so I want to bring that up. This is the Training Glass Rapier by a company called Go Now. Theoretically, this item, let's hide that, is a training rapier for historical fence made of fiberglass and protected with a layer of plastic. Now, I have heard a couple problems already that they talk about 1 millimeter sheet metal that corrodes easily, and there are the language of this is very concerning to me, and I know I'm stuttering because I'm in shock, and I'll explain why. I have history with this device, not them, and I'm sure this company is doing the best they can, and I would love to hear from what Darius Wadowski, if I can get a hold of them and find out, because I have some real safety concerns. I had been planning to purchase at one point the padded rapier, and I was very excited about it because it might be a safer way for programs. This concerns me, and I'm going to tell you all why. Bit of a history lesson, and I'm going to have to try to bring it up later because it's kind of a trick to find. The Society for Creative Anachronism, early in its experimental time with rapier, had fiberglass rapiers that were made out of primarily the flexible like driveway markers, the snow markers that would be laid down, hot glued together to hold their form, wrapped in a strapping tape. The longer, the middle one would be kept longer than the two. They would dome the top of it and put a guard on, hollow out a grip, put a grip on, cap it off. And they were fencing with these things. And when they work pretty well. It is a feasible design structure. Hey, Dave. But the problem is when they fail, fiberglass does not fail nice. For the same reason the heavy fighters in the society use rattan staves instead of wooden swords is the same reason the fiberglass blades just don't hold. They fail they split, and it's literally shattered strings of glass fibers. I mean, it's fiberglass. So I have extreme fear of the safety and the quality of such an item. And I'll be honest, I did intend to purchase one just to try to get a feel with it. Normally, I purchase two to try to get a feel of any given trainer weapon. But it's $105 before shipping. So that would possibly put me 2 or 3 in the tank. And guys, I can do a lot with $200 or $300. I can do a lot with significantly less, and I'm planning to as the crafting days start up again. For the most part, my tremors are contained. I still have bad days, and today happens to be one of them. But I cannot, in good conscience, let me bring this back. Let me bring, where's my here? Let's do this. Did it not? I'm sorry, we're having a little trouble. There it is. Okay. I can't. I'm happy that there's an option that allows for flex, but frankly, I am really, really concerned, especially since they're advertising that you just need a mask. You don't need a jacket. You need a mask and a cup if you're a man. Now, I will say this. Under no circumstances would I suggest that you regularly practice without a mask, without a cup, without chest protection of some sort. You should have plastron, minimum, and a jacket. I will also say, as I have said for years, that much of the training gear that you see people fighting in is geared to keeping a broken blade from puncturing, not stopping impact. And even with flex, there is a sizable impact, even from, unless your calibration is superb. Which if I knew I was going to have a practice in the very near future, and I was using anything but the plastic rapiers I have, the polypropylene rapiers I've been using, I would definitely spend a good deal of time at my heavy bag practicing my calibration. But I don't think I trust the tip. Woohoo! Splashdown and astronauts are all good. Now helicopters are on the way. Excellent. No wonder I don't have a lot of viewers. Okay. So I can't even justify the expenditure of testing this weapon. And I find that incredibly disheartening. But that does not mean we are without surprises and options. And while I will always prefer to go through Purple Heart Armory, because they're one of my, frankly, my favorite HEMA style, a part of me will always have a huge love for Zen Warrior. Let me see. Ooh, he's going to do a Hickory Dussock. Some new sabers. I'm just doing a quick check to see if there's anything else really in the works that we haven't seen. And I am not seeing anything dramatically new. I mean, I'm still interested in the Wakefield, but if we hop on over to Amazon, I saw this. 64 is a bit spicy, but it's a polypropylene rapier, and judging by the embossing on the plastic cup, it's by either Wu Jiao or one of the competing companies, which puts it very, very, very painfully close to being a weapon I would love to drill with. And I'm very pleased to see something like a tip at the end of size. This is good. We can have that. But I found something even more interesting, because these look very, very familiar to me. The cup hilt rapiers I have been a proponent of for some time. The $40-some-odd ones. This looks very much like the same company. However, instead, actually, wait a second. I know that grip profile. I know exactly what company's making that. Hold on. Let's just get right here. You see that grip profile? Is there a way to balance this out? Yeah, we can. Well, that's close enough. And I can leave that there. That is exactly the grip as my sheath saber. Wait a second, friends. Now, these aren't bad. The flex could be better and they don't have a tip. But I love draw and practice with it. The belly's a little thick, but it is not just partially, it is exactly that design, but it looks like with a a flexing blade with an integrated same material tip. Oh my duckies! I am remarkably excited about this. To the point that it is $2 for $40 plus $15, of course, shipping and handling, because of course it couldn't be put out by somebody with a Prime deal yet. I will be looking, but you'll also notice last purchase today. I'm excited. I am excited for, let's see, it's going to be a few weeks. May 7th to the 15th. So, yeah, it's going to be a while. But if that comes out and that is at all quality, and I can get 2 for this price, because with it, I had there was a coupon that came up of some sort. That knocked some off, that means I got for 50 something with the shipping. But, 54 means it is roughly $22 a blade. I can't beat that with a stick. They're selling them in 2-packs, so they're definitely planning for people to use these for drilling. I'm so excited I could scream. I am so excited I could scream. So that, if this happens, and this works as good as I think it will, but I mean, 32-inch blades. Oh no. I may end up modding the hilt, but, and while I will still prefer to draw from the, wrong, flip the sheath over, draw from the sheath, I can't beat that, guys. I'm sorry. I mean, I want to always buy American whenever possible, but I cannot beat that with a stick. And if that becomes my default blade finally, I can't. I can't beat that with a stick, because that's at that price range that I really wanted. That's at half the price range that's been my standard. Oh boy, I'm going to have to do something. And, well, unfortunately, that's just part of the problem, is I've been looking for something that my students, my friends could use. One second. And all righty. Sorry about that. If you heard a slight echo, I had to zap a Twitch bot. I mean, a kick bot. Because that's just a hazard of what we do. But that means I'll be getting back into sparring quickly. I do prefer bigger handguards, but I can add a handguard. Adding a handguard is not that big a deal, especially if I can get the right kind of elastic-ish tubing type stuff and do it like Purple Heart does. So I am just absolutely ecstatic at it it overrode everything I was going to talk about today. It completely shorted out everything I was going to talk about today. So you have to bear with me. It was a check. The weather should be breaking, so I should be able to do some pre-recorded stuff outside. I have some new students. I am going to be working with some more people for the hope of promoting self-defense, and we're still scheduling it at the Benton County Public Library, so I will speak to my lovely wife and get that sorted out. I also have the new forge that needs to be set up. I want to see if my air compressor can run a sandblaster, because I'd love to sandblast the rust off of that bad boy and then heat paint the whole thing. It just will be a matter of if I have the equipment to do it, because I want to clean it up and have it last a sizable amount of time. So I'm going to be doing some construction and things. Maybe next week, weather permitting and situation permitting, I can have Mandy run a laptop, and I can set up either outside or on my driveway, and I can work on some of this stuff while I talk to you. Possibly do some. I eventually want to get where I can do live forging for you, because there are items I desperately want to make, and items that I just think would be insanely cool to have, both live steel and in the idea of hand forged guards. Sort of check something off my bucket list. The other thing is looking at armor prices. I am seriously reviewing the prices for like buckles, nylon strapping, and just getting a sheet of HDPE, a big old sheet, and cutting out what I need. And again, if that's something you would like to see, depending on what I use to cut the HDPE, it may be a case of being able to do that at the Benton County Public Library too, and film from there. I don't know. But there should be crafting videos coming in as the weather settles in. Some maintenance videos. Hey, Johnny! What is armor for? I could just dodge. Not all of us have vampiric strength and talent, sir. But some of us are slow and gimpy, and I have to train newbies. But the new poly weapons should be good. And yes, make they're poly. They get along with everybody. But being able to, wow, that joke cost me 2 viewers. Anyway, being able to fight with gear like that at that price point means theoretically it should work. They should be okay fighting against my current polypropylene rapiers. So I am not having a case of I can only use this versus this. It's still like versus like, or close enough. So if those come through, we are going to be officially golden. I know exactly how I'm going to make my rack to store them. I know exactly how to store them. I can figure out the numbers to order to have enough to do arm all the students up. And then I just need to find a way to get either cheaper masks or more face protection. And we're in like Flynn, my duckies. In like Flynn. So that's the big there. I am painfully close to completing the Rapid Rapier. I've got all the previous portions moved over. I need to write a couple sections on what I remember from SCA authorizations. Beyond that, it shouldn't be long to get a very inexpensive book out there to help people as a supplement to hand out if you're using the Simple Sword as your primary training source. So I want to get that out there. Once I get that out there, if I don't deep dive my fiction stuff, I'll be working towards rewriting and restarting the notes for the Poor Swordmaster's Guides to Arms and Armor. But I'm trying to hold off till I'm actively doing a bunch of that so that I can take photographs and just put grayscale photos in there. And I'm saying grayscale to keep the cost down for the end user. So I am very, very excited about that. I don't have people asking questions tonight. So what I may just do, since everything is kind of spoken for, let me see what else I had to discuss in my notes. If no one has any questions, I may just call it here. This normally, I know this was an hour-long program, but if I'm not getting push, I think we'll just call it here. And understand I'm going to be doing more for you guys in the near future. It's just right now we're at a lull part, and that's going to be okay because we are getting back into it. And I am in seventh heaven. So guys, I'm going to say this: keep fighting, keep training, keep fighting, do your drills, keep your eyes open, be kind to yourself and each other. And as always, thank you for supporting your local swordmaster. I'll be back on this show next week. I'm again possibly considering doing some pre-recorded content that will come up. Basically, I will get it up as soon as it is done, and then I will be moving forward from there. Every morning in YouTube land on the Nicholas Tockert channel, I stream, well, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday I stream. And on Wednesday nights, I'm often on a crafting show called Creative Supply. So you can find me a lot. And of course, I'll be back here. So guys, just have a lovely night, okay? And thank you for supporting your local swordmaster. Good things are coming.